start this year will be the 27th of January in the 1.25 mile handicap, and we'll see where we go from there. But been training well, in good form, and had a good break, and goes to Dubai fit and healthy.
As you said, last year he went out there and it obviously did him the power of good because he came back and won a smashing race.
Yeah, he won a smashing race, but he got a little lameness while he was out there and we couldn't run him, but the benefit of being in Dubai for the winter really helped him. So yeah, it worked out well, and hopefully this year we can get a run or two into him.
And he's had a nice break since we saw him last. That's kind of what you like to do with your Carnival horses?
Well, it's he had a couple of issues towards the middle of his flat season, so we had to give him a break, and we brought him back nice and fresh. And the idea was to take him back to Dubai this year as a fresh horse, and give him those 2 runs and see how we progress.
Where do you feel he is handicap-wise? Well,
I think he's fairly handicapped at the moment. He had some below par performances at Epsom and Ascot, and then down at Goodwood, so his handicap mark has fallen down a little. We got to the bottom of those performances, so we know where we are, and we'll look forward to seeing what we can do with him. Spirit of Light's likely to start off in the race he was placed in last year when trained in Dubai, the Grade 2, Group 2 on the first night. He's been a little bit disappointing over here. He ran a great race at Chester, but he was little bit disappointing at Ascot. But again, he's coming back a fresh horse with lots to do. Unfortunately, he missed his prep race at Chelmsford earlier in the month. The racing was abandoned due to frost, so that was what we'd planned to do, to give him a nice prep. We didn't make that, but he's in good nick. Probably he's done plenty of work. We've seen him worked nicely up with Enemy this morning, and he'll be the first runner out there, so something to look forward to.
and he's a proper 7 furlong horse?
Yeah, I think he stays a mile,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, he does a good job at 7, and we'll kick him off with what he knows and what he knows best.
So this time last year you were very keen on Enemy, and I imagine you're still pretty keen on Enemy.
Yeah, he ran very well in Dubai and had a great season when he came back. Just tailed off during the summer, and actually he really disappointed us in the Ebor, and we couldn't get to the bottom of it, and we radio scoped him and found that he was having quite a problem with his larynx, which is why he hasn't run since. So he had a wind up, and we're in the process of getting him back fit again. Again, like Spirit of Light, sadly he missed his prep race at Newcastle when he was a 5-to-1 on shot that day. It was another all-weather meeting that was abandoned due to frost. He will run on the first day in the handicap, the 1.5 mile handicap, and that's as much as anything due to the fact that we didn't get the prep race into him that we needed. So he'll go to Dubai fit and ready to run, and hopefully give us a bold showing.
Did you sort of stumble upon him as a stayer last year?
Yes, yeah, it was very much Dubai that we stumbled across him, because we were obliged to run him in a race further than we wanted to or would intended to. And Andrea Azzini rode him, and he ran exceptionally well and proved to us that he would stay the trip. What he can do is just get a little bit free early on in his races. And at the back end there, when he ran down at Goodwood, William was sure, Buick was sure he didn't stay the trip. So we dropped him back in trip for the Ebor, and then David Egan got off him and said he wanted further, so we knew something was going on, but we didn't know what. And when we got to the bottom of his wind, it was a hallelujah moment. So if that's done the trick, which sadly we haven't had the chance to see before our departure to Dubai with his prep race abandoned, but physically he's in good nick, and we're looking forward to getting him on the go.
This guy was a bit of a story last year. He did incredibly well in the end.
Do very well, and he missed his first race through travel sickness. When he arrived, he was very, very ill, and to be fair to the team out there, they did an amazing thing to prepare him for the Gold Cup prep race, and he ran an absolute blinder and got himself an invitation out there, which was amazing, and hopefully we can do the same thing again this year.
And he's another one that should be going there fairly fresh.
Yes, he is going there fresh. We didn't have an intention of getting him a prep run, really. The most important thing with him is to get him there in one piece and fresh and well so that he can make his debut on, I think it's the 28th, in the race that Enemy are running.
Is there anything you can do to overcome travel, or prevent travel sickness?
We actually did quite a lot with him on the way back, which helped. We've got him on a few lotions and potions, and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, there is lots that you can help him with. But the important thing is that he doesn't stress and get ill on the way over. So we will do our very best to ensure that that doesn't happen. Green team's still entire. He's new to us, and we've sort of planned to take him. He's got a new owner, Mr. Hamid Ali, and we plan to take him to Dubai. He has 2 races on his agenda: the 1.5 mile handicap on the first night, and then the one later on at the beginning of February. He's been running over staying distances in this country, and I think that's probably been a little bit too far for him. I think dropped back in triple suit, and I think he's the type of horse who could do well in Dubai. Again, would like to have got a prep race into him, but it hasn't been possible, so he will improve for his time out there, and I think he'll have a lot of sport. I think he'll give his owner some sport.
He kept some pretty good company, ran a few group races.
Yeah, he ran in some very high company. Ran at Royal Ascot. Didn't disappoint, but didn't run as well as maybe he could do. But I personally just thought when he ran at Newmarket, he didn't look like he stayed the trip very well. And he'd had a few issues with his feet, which have settled down now. He still moves in his light exercise like he has problems with his feet, but when he's going on, he behaves very well. So there's some progress to make with him, and he's in good shape.
What made you want to buy him? Had you just been following him, or?
I'd say he's our type of horse. He's got a rating that allows him to participate in some of those decent top staying races, or middle distance and staying races, and the type that, for me, when it all falls right, he'll be able to perform on the big stage, doing the right things, and those are the horses we like as older horses, but they're very difficult to find.